Well, good evening, everybody. Let's see if I can do this here.
All right. Hello, hello.
Well, good evening, everybody. Oh, I better turn the volume down on that. There we go.
Devout and Nisi Tribe are in the house. What's up, guys? Combat Bacon 315, man. I see you at work, brother. You make me feel like I'm at home.
Yeah, I see Combat Bacon in every place I go, man.
Yeah, man. That brother supports people. Dale S., how you doing, man? Thank you for sending me that email the other day. I let my friend know.
Yeah, let's give everybody a little bit longer to come in here.
Yeah, man. Everybody having a good weekend in the chat? I like talking to the chat, brother. The chat will beef you up.
Yeah, sometimes mine freezes up on me, though. It pisses me off.
I know, man. It sucks. You're missing all the good convo when that happens.
Right? Well, I made Devout, Nisi, both moderators. I think Combat Bacon, too. I'm not sure.
Awesome. Yeah, Devout's a good moderator. He's a good boy.
Yeah, I'm fairly new to this, so. Hey, Combat.
Nisi's professional too. She's like a professional moderator.
Oh yeah, man! I love going into her and Tribe's videos, you know, into their chats and shit.
Yeah. They're real people, you know. Me too,
oh,
man.
Yeah.
They're real people.
Well, that's what I like, man. I don't like anybody that gets on here tries to be fake, you know, act like they're doing something that they ain't doing and shit. They just be yourself, you know.
Yep. There you go, man.
Let's see.
Hey, did you you were in their live last night, right? With Hutch? I saw you in there. Right?
With
that was Hutch. A good freaking live, man.
Oh yeah, I love that shit. I made, a lot of comments about weed and stuff, asking him if he was doing dabs and all that. Man, I wish I could do that shit, but being a truck driver, I can't.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I know, man. Living here in the Bible Belt, man, it's hard to do stuff like that. Like CBD's legal here in the Carolinas, and I'll smoke CBD flower, but like the cannabis. I wish South Carolina would get on board because it really is. It's a natural herb. It's non-addictive. Yeah. I mean,
yeah, they finally made it fully legal here for recreational use here in Illinois.
Oh,
Indiana's the only state. It's surrounded by states that legalized weed, and they're the only state around here that doesn't.
Why is Indiana holding out? That's weird.
I don't know, man. I think it's their governor.
Oh, okay.
Well, I think it should be legal all the way across. I mean, how, you know.
Yeah, I know. I don't understand why it's not.
I used to smoke this stuff all the time, and hell, it helped to calm me down. Probably kept me from prison a few times.
You know? I hear that, man. I hear that. When I got home from overseas, man, like it helped me, like with PTSD and stuff. Like it really, like I was having terrible nightmares every night, and I started using it. It went away, you know. And I mean, it really is medicinal. I know folks and you know who have glaucoma who use it. It helps them with their symptoms. I mean, I don't get it. You're right. The federal government. I don't understand what the holdup is.
I used to be a private security contractor. Spent time in Iraq and Afghanistan and all that. And some of the stuff that happened over there, I could really use, you know, something to kind of take away the nightmares, you know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's see what we got in here now. Damn.
Northern girl's in here. What's up, Northern girl?
Let's see.
Damn. Joe Morgan, what's up, brother?
Getting quite a bit in here now.
Oh yeah. Mayberry said a lot's coming in. Papa Prepper was live from 8 to 9, and I guess they're hooking us. Yeah, he's a good dude.
Now I want to thank Mayberry for helping to set this up here. You know.
Absolutely. Mayberry does a lot for this community.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've noticed. I'm like, wow. You know, she asked me who all I'd like to contact to try to get on here for my first chat. You know, and I gave a list. Next thing I know, she's like, "Hey, Native will do it." You know?
Heck yeah. I mean, I'm always telling people you know, I want to build the community up just like people build me up. I'm nobody. It's the community that's doing it. I want to be a part of the community, man. I was like, yeah, heck yeah, we the people's going live. Please let me be there. It's gonna be
that's the thing about me, man. I told her, anybody that wants me on there, just let me know. You know, if I'm free, I'll join. I don't care. You know?
Absolutely.
And I started my channel because I do have a lot of experience to share with people. You know,
right.
Some good, some bad. You know, I figured if it can help at least just one person, hey,
just one.
Then you know, that's all I'm worried about is just trying to help people out. You know?
There you go. I like
and
what
the prepping community is great for that.
You know? Absolutely, man. Gosh, this community is amazing. I mean, especially for helping each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it Rudy says on the Alaska Prepper? Is like, was it reach one, teach one?
Reach one, teach one, and repeat.
There you go, and repeat. I like that, man. Like, he's right though.
Yeah,
you just reach one.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see. Damn, there are a lot coming in, ain't there?
Yeah, man. Showing the love. What's up, guys? Y'all hit that like button.
Oh yeah.
Help a brother out.
Now you're from North Carolina originally?
I was born in North Carolina. I grew up in North Carolina, and now I live in South Carolina. My parents bought property here about 25 years ago.
Are you from the Lumberton area?
Yeah, Robinson County area. That's where I grew up. That's where I'm from. Yeah, Lumbee people. What's up, Lumbees?
Yeah, I knew a lot of Lumbees when I was out there, man. A lot of good
bet
people.
So, man. When you said Fayetteville, I was like, man, I bet he knows a lot of Lumbee people.
Oh yeah, yeah. Used to drink with a lot of them. Let me tell you, some of those old boys can drink now.
Yeah, I know, man. You gotta be careful, especially if they holding a knife, man. Lumbee people cut you.
Yeah, I've been into a couple of scraps with a few of them. Yeah.
Oh gosh. Man, I mean, I know we were talking about Sage. You were telling me about your experience in Fayetteville. You want to share any of that, man? Like, I don't want to probe you. Like, we can talk about something else. But it interested me because you said Fayetteville, and I'm familiar with that place. You know,
yeah, you know,
well,
you know where Camden Road is in Fayetteville, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I lived under the bridge there at the railroad tracks for a little over a year. Yeah,
wow.
It was an experience, let me tell you. But I found that a lot of the people that are homeless there are actually veterans, you know.
Yeah.
And watched each other's back pretty good, you know. I wound up getting arrested there. Guy, I was asleep and I didn't have much with me, man. I just had a little suitcase and stuff, and guy clocked me upside the head while I was asleep with the damn whiskey bottle to take my stuff. I'm like, no, I was asleep. Well, you could have just took the shit. You know?
I know, man. Your one suitcase, and he's got to clock you on the head too, huh?
Oh yeah. But he wound up getting stabbed for his efforts, and I wound up going to lockup over it. And I'm like, you know, there was plenty of witnesses that told him, look, he's just defending himself.
Hold on. You stabbed him?
Yeah.
I hear you, brother.
Hell yeah. I found
dude. I can't imagine that, man. I can't imagine having to sleep under a bridge. I would have slept with a knife very close in my hand, probably.
Yeah, I slept with a sharp. I slept with a sharpened putty knife. I had it tucked underneath me.
Yeah.
And when he clocked me, I just come up swinging, and I got him right under the diaphragm. You know.
Wow.
But,
hey, self-defense. He clocked you in the head with a freaking bottle. He could have killed you.
Oh yeah. Well, unfortunately, he died from it. So
that's his fault.
But yeah, you know, it was one of those things. You know, you don't ever attack somebody when they're asleep, especially if you don't know the person. You know?
Exactly. I mean, especially in that situation. Hey, yeah, man.
I mean, people
Can I ask you a question about it? Look, man, the only reason I'm asking this because it really struck a chord with me when you told me that earlier. Because every day, man, and I know you know this too because you're on the road every day too, man. Everywhere I go, there's people on the interstates, like at the exits, homeless people, man, and they're holding up signs and shit, and it just bothers me. There's so many of them. These are Americans. Why isn't anyone helping them? And I try to do what I can. You know, I don't care. I know some of them are on drugs. I know some of them are alcoholics, man. I don't care. They're Americans and they need help. And so when you told me that, I was like, so I was just going to ask, what led to you, like, when the decision came, like, I'm going to live under this bridge, like, what were you feeling, man? Like, what led to that?
Well, you know, I'd lost everything. I mean, my home, my cars, my wife, my son, everything. So I wound up losing my job. And I was just like, I couldn't get into a shelter because most of the shelters are reserved for families and stuff. You know?
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Especially in Fayetteville, there's a lot of homeless families. You'd be surprised. Really? But, yeah, I mean, I couldn't get help anywhere. Yeah, they got kids with them and everything. I mean, I ran into a family. There was 4 of them altogether, the mother, the father, and a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old. They'd lost everything, you know.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. But they didn't know where their next meal was coming from. And hell, I'd just killed a couple of rabbits. I was cooking them. Shit, y'all are welcome to them, you know.
Wow, that's awesome, dude.
But you know, I mean, after I'd lost everything and I couldn't get into a shelter, I couldn't get any government assistance whatsoever. I was just like, man, you know, I need shelter from the rain and stuff. The bridge looked good. You know, I went around, I found people that were throwing out like couches and stuff. I'd take the cushions off the couches and take them down there under the bridge, sleep on. Yeah. You know, people throwing clothes out and stuff. You know, I mean, you do what you got to do to survive. And my biggest thing was I was too prideful. You know, I could have easily called my mom up, said, hey, look, you know, I need a bus fare coming back home. But it took me over a year to be able to call her up because I left home when I was 13.
Yeah.
You know, so, and I'd never looked back, you know, I never asked for nothing or anything like that. For me to come back to my mom and say, look, I need help, that was a lot of pride to swallow. You know?
Yeah, I feel that. I don't think I could do it. I understand. But man, I just can't, like, I can't believe you lived there for a year. Like, I can't imagine like the level of just survival awareness of someone who lives that life for a year like you did.
Oh yeah.
I bet like you're just mental preparedness for surviving because you've already lived it. I mean, living under a bridge for a year, that is the post-apocalyptic world, and you lived in it. That's what I'm saying. Like, that level of just survival awareness, like, that most Americans know nothing about.
Oh, well, if you watch my videos, though, you'll notice I'm constantly looking around while I'm recording the videos. I don't trust anybody for anything. You know? I mean, I'll be standing park, nobody around me whatsoever, but I'm still looking around to see what's going on because, you know, living under that bridge, I was having to be constantly aware of what was going on around me. Middle of the night, I hear a twig snap, man. I started jumping up off the concrete and stuff going, all right, who the hell's out there? You know?
I hear you, man. Like, I mean, was there a lot of interaction? Was it just other people who were on the street or just?
Well, at first, I didn't have a lot of interaction for the first couple of months. You know, people kind of steered clear of me because they weren't sure if I was actually homeless because I was still clean and everything, you know. And but then after a while, they started coming up to me, you know, offering, one guy would have a cigarette or whatever. Hey, man, you want a cigarette? Or somebody would have a shot of whiskey. Hey, you want some of this? You know, it's just. But it became a community after a couple of months, you know.
Oh,
and
really?
we started watching each other's backs, you know.
Really? Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Especially, I made friends with some of the soldiers that were homeless. And those guys were great for watching your back, you know. And,
I bet, man. That soldier mentality, man. You look after people. You look after other soldiers.
Oh, yeah.
That's sad. You're right, man. There's a lot of vets who are homeless, man, and it's not their fault. They're not lazy. They need help. They've come back from facing the worst shit a human being can face. They need somebody's help. Man, God bless you, dude. Hey, can you like? I'm sorry, brother. Go ahead.
In this country, we got no problem asking our young men to go off to war. But then when we bring them home, we pretty much just tell them, hey, look, man, you're on your own now. Okay?
Right.
We're not going to help you really, you know. And a lot of them come back with some severe mental disorders because of the things they've seen or had to do.
Yes, sir.
You know?
Yes, they do. Yeah.
And that was the thing I liked about Trump was he was actually stepping up and helping the vets.
Yes, he was, man. Like, you know, and it always bothered me the way the media would drag him down and try to make out like he was making fun of like vets and stuff. Like, man, he's doing so much to try to help veterans, and all these people who believe the mainstream media, they'll never know it. They'll never know all the great things he was doing for every American, even the ones that hated him. I've never seen so many people vote against their own interests before in my life. It just blows my mind.
It's amazing. I mean, I still don't. Honestly, I'm never going to believe the election results because, man, I've been alive for Biden's other two presidential runs. You know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And
I bet it's hilarious to you then that he's president now.
Oh man,
it's hilarious to me, and I don't remember them. I don't remember the other two. It's hilarious to me that he won this time.
I got Joe Biden right here beside me. I do. Got him
what
right
you got,
here.
bro?
This is my Joe Biden.
There he is, man. That's him. Might as well be. That dude's almost dead, guys. Gosh.
Oh yeah.
He's almost dead.
He's worthless as tits on a boar hog.
Yeah, he is. He just does what his earpiece tells him to. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, I got some family members that their spouses are like, well, I like Joe, and I'm like, well, tell me anything good he's done.
Just one thing. Just one thing.
He's been in office for damn near 50 years.
Half a century. He's done nothing.
You know, they're like, well, show me anything good Trump did. No, I start rattling it off to them.
Oh man, there's a long list. I love it when people ask me that, and they're like, well, exactly.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah, I know.
Now, you know, like I got a brother that's a welder. You know, he's him and his old lady. They're talking about they're going to take the vax. And I told him, man, you're crazy for doing it because you need to do some research on that stuff. I mean, Moderna recently recalled all their vax overseas there because how many people were dying from it. You know, I'm sorry, I got too many health problems. I ain't taking that risk.
Yeah. Dude, you see they killed Hank Aaron with that freaking vaccine?
Yeah.
I was like, what? And they're trying to like just blow it over. It's like, yeah, Hank Aaron died. He was old. I mean, you know. I was like, dude, he died after you gave him the freaking vaccine. And then his freaking death report said unconclusive. It's like, bullshit. The vaccine killed him. Just admit it.
It's like,
hey, Northern Girl's got a good question, brother, in the chat. You see it?
I might have to go out there. Native preppers. What happens if you hit up a drive-through swab scene? Well, I'm pushing the guy in front of me out of the way. I'm just plowing on through him. You know, you ain't putting a needle in me. That's all there is to that.
I'm just gonna drop my pants and stick my butt out the window and say swab away. You heard about the anal swabs in China?
Yeah, I was reading about that earlier. I'd seen.
What the heck
I'd seen
they
Angry
doing, man? Yeah.
I'd seen Angry Prepper did a video on it. I earlier today I found an article about it, and I was like, man, I tell you what, you go to try to do that to me, you better hope that I haven't had any dairy products.
Exactly. I was in Papa Prepper's live right before this, and someone brought up the anal swab. I was like, dude, if anyone ever anal swabs me, I'm diarrheaing it on purpose. I'm using my number 2A rights on them.
Yeah. I mean, everybody knows the government's been trying to bend you over and give it to you, but now they're coming right out and saying, hey.
Yeah, man, they're a little on the nose with it this time. She said Vaseline preps. Northern girl, get your head out the gutter, man.
I do carry a big tub of Vaseline in my bug out bag, but that's for fire starting. That's not for.
Yeah, me too. Same here. Not for the swabs.
It's like I carry various size condoms in my bug out bag. People are like, you should have seen. I went into the pharmacy, to the CVS. And I went up there and I go, I need every size condom you got, from micro up to XXL. And the guy's looking at me. He's like, what the hell? I go, man, we're having a gangbang. Come on, I need some condoms.
I like it. I like how you doubled down. That was good. It's like, come on, man. The gangbang's waiting. I need every size. Come on.
He was about to drop dead, man. It was hilarious. You know, you gotta mess with them because they'll never understand what the hell I need it for.
Exactly, you know? Exactly.
I prep stuff that a lot of people don't even bother to think about, you know. So, and I hide preps in places people never thought of, you know.
Yeah.
I made a video elaborating on that the other day because John was talking about that on Prepper Nation. You know.
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah.
I went and I elaborated on it and made a video on my own, telling people some of the things I do, like my 50-gallon drum. I slapped waste oil on it. Now it's got a false top that's about 3-4 inches deep.
Yeah.
Okay, so I put food preps down in the bottom of it, put that false top on there, fill it with a little water and oil. Then I put the top to the barrel back on it. So if anybody wants to unscrew it and they look down in there and smell it, they're smelling old motor oil. And they shine.
That's a good idea. That's a damn good idea. I like that.
These are just
50,
little
and
things.
You're using like the 55. You're using the 55-gallon drums.
Yep.
That's what you're talking about?
Yep.
That's a damn good idea. I like that, man. That's thinking outside the box right there.
There's all sorts of things, like next door to me here, where I'm living in this little town. The house next door to me has been empty for over 20 years. All right.
Damn.
It's run down, falling down on the inside and stuff. I got preps hidden in there.
Nice. I hear you, brother. That's how you do it right there, man. Outside the box.
Yeah, I got a buddy that's got a junkyard, hundreds of cars sitting around. I store preps in the trunks of some of those cars. You know?
I hear you, man. You got all kinds of like little bug out caches.
Yeah, I don't want to keep everything in one location because, you know, if the government comes knocking, you know, like if martial law is declared, government comes knocking, they confiscate everything that I got in my home. If I'm keeping it all here, it's all gone. I got nothing. But if I've stashed, you know, like next door here, there's good 250 pounds worth of food, you know, and they're not going to go in there because the floor is falling through and shit. You know?
I hear you, man. Northern Girl's over here in the chat saying dirty stuff, man. She said, I once did bad things for bad people with condoms. Northern Girl, you better stay out that whiskey, girl.
Yeah.
Man, hey, I was just gonna ask you, like, did you prep like before your experience, like on the streets?
Yeah, like I said, I'd made the mistake of stopping back in like 2012 or something like that, 2010, 2012, and used up all my prep over the following years. And then when my wife died, you know, that shit hit the fan. So once I got back up on my feet, I was like, man, I'm going back to it because, look, you know, something happens again, I need to be able to survive. You know, I've got money stashed away in places you wouldn't even think of. You know.
I hear you, brother. So I mean, what was the catalyst that, like, when you were going through that experience, what got you back on your feet? Like, what was it?
Man, I got tired of having to sleep with my eyes open all the time. You know, and I was like, man, this just ain't worth it. I'm going to swallow my pride. I'm going to ask my mom for bus fare. I come back from North Carolina to Illinois. I got back out here in like July, and by October, I was already back to work, had buying me a house and a car, and I already found another woman. Yeah.
I hear you, brother.
And
do you mind if I ask where you met your wife?
Do
you mind if I ask where you met your wife, your second wife?
My second wife, I'd known her all my life. This is my third wife here, the one that I'm on now.
I got you. I'm sorry.
My first wife, I was married to her for 20 years, just about. Wow. But she couldn't keep her legs together while I was overseas and shit. So, you know.
Amen. I'm sorry for that.
My third wife now, I actually met her at my brother's house. And the funny thing about that is my brother wanted to be with her. Okay. And
okay.
You know, we were all out there drinking. We were drinking his beer at his house. He thought, well, hell, he's gonna hook up with him. And then he got a surprise because he had to listen to me and her upstairs all night. He's still pissed at me to this day.
Is he really?
Yeah, I get drunk texts from him all the time saying, "Man, you know she's supposed to be with me, right?" I was like, man, you should have made your move. You know?
Yep. There you go. Snooze, you lose.
Yeah, he's still all pissed off. He hasn't talked to me a whole lot since then.
Really? Oh, man.
Yeah. Family get-togethers suck around my house.
I bet. That sucks.
So what got you into prepping?
My experience overseas, like seeing what happens when the freaking society fails and there's no government, and you were basically told the government was always going to take care of you. And I saw a man get beat to death over local bread, man. And the people who beat him to death were a family he stole the bread from them, and that's all they had to eat. And it was like 5 people, and they were beating the shit out of this man. And we couldn't intervene. Like we had certain rules of engagement, and there's nothing we could do. So we were just rolling by. Like
now, was that
Somalia? I didn't know. Do what?
Was that Somalia?
That actually happened in a little town or a little village in Kosovo, and I mean, it just stuck with me because I didn't even realize I was watching this man's last minutes. As we were rolling by, I heard from someone in my unit later on that, yeah, that dude, he's dead. They beat him to death. Nothing happened. I mean, there was no law. Like, those people weren't prosecuted. It was just something that happened. And I was like, damn. And it really got me thinking about, like, how fragile freaking society is. When I got home, and other stuff too stuck with me. When I got home, I just didn't feel okay. You know what I mean? I didn't feel like nothing really made me feel like we were going to be okay, except stocking freaking food in water. I didn't even know what prepping was. Like I never heard that term before, but I just knew we need to make sure we have enough food and water all the time. And so my wife was on board with it. Do what?
When I was growing up, we didn't call it prepping. We just called it surviving. I grew up in a poor family. We'd can our food and everything, butchered our own cattle and stuff. So, but I did that for most of my life, and the one time I stopped, that's when I needed it the most.
Yeah.
So, I'm never stopping again.
Yeah. The first time I heard prepping, there was a show. There was a show that came on National Geographic. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. It's called Doomsday Preppers. And I was like, what is this shit? And so I watched it, and there was this guy on there named Jason. He was a firefighter in New York, and he was prepping for the caldera to explode. And so I was like, oh, prepping. That's what I do. That's when I really started calling myself a prepper.
Yeah, now he has a huge channel on here.
Yeah, now he's killing it, man. He's building this great community, him and others, that we're all a part of. It's beautiful how all this has come together, man.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm glad that, in a way, I'm glad that all this happened this past year because it's opened the eyes to a lot of people. I mean, I don't like the total results of it, but that's the one good thing that did come out of it. People started seeing, hey, man, I got to start stacking some stuff because I'm screwed if I don't.
I know, right?
It made a bunch of my family members apologize to me too.
I bet. Hey, that's vindication there, right?
Oh yeah.
You didn't have to say I told you so. The freaking world made them do it for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
See, I've asked a lot of people, okay, they're prepping beans and rice, right? And they're prepping water. But I'm asking them, look, are you prepping anything to be able to prepare those beans and rice in?
There you go.
Okay. Because like I've got Dutch ovens pretty much everywhere. My bug out location here at home. I mean, I've got one sitting in front of me right now, and I can, it's cast iron. I can cook it over an open fire. But a lot of people don't even buy those. And I'm like, okay, what are you going to use to cook your beans and rice in?
There you go. Yes, sir.
Because you got to have something. I mean, a tin can might work, but it's going to take you forever to make enough to eat.
Yeah, you're right, man. Prepping like I don't want to say utensils, but like the tools we need just to freaking live. Like you said, like we can prep 10 years of rice. What you can cook it with? You gonna season it? You got seasoning? I mean, there's all kinds of other factors. And I think I tell people all the time, do you know how to cook rice and beans? Like I ask people that, are you practicing it? Do you eat it every day? Because you can waste your preps if you don't know how to cook them right.
Oh yeah. I mean, you got to soak those beans for a good long time before you can even start cooking them.
Oh man, at least a day. We learned that a couple of years ago. It's like, man, you got to soak beans for a while if you want to cook them.
Now you can speed up the process inside of a pressure cooker. It'll only take you, like 8 hours to cook them instead of an entire day. But how many people even have a pressure cooker?
Or even know how to use it properly.
Right. I mean, and I did a video because people were telling me, we can't find them at the stores and stuff. I went to a thrift store here in town. Okay. Well, in the next town over. Okay. I went to a thrift store, went in there. There's a pressure canner, 6-quart pressure canner. Wow. It was marked $5 on the label. Has everything to it. Has the weight, has the seal, everything. I picked it up, I go up to the counter, and she goes, well, it's $1. She goes, that's $1. I'm like, it says $5. She goes, yeah, but that color tag is on discount right now. Everything with that color tag is $1. Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah. Damn, those things go for $100 now, man. That was awesome. That was awesome.
See, that's the thing is people don't think to look in places like that for the things they need. You know,
I'm starting going to thrift stores now, man. That's crazy. That's awesome.
Thrift
I'm gonna
stores,
start going
yard,
like the Goodwill
yard
and shit.
sales,
Yeah.
all sorts of shit. You know, I found some great deals on stuff, man. You know,
shoot, I'm doing it, man. I might go tomorrow.
I picked up 6 100-watt solar panels at a garage sale for $40 a piece. $40 a piece.
That's good,
you know,
man.
they work
$100. $100. Wow, that's
120.
That's amazing. Oh shit! Wow.
I mean, you know, where are you going to find deals like that? You know, people just need to stop and look around. You know, you don't necessarily have to buy brand new at the store. You know.
Nah, man. No. I like that, dude. Hey, you wanna take some questions from the chat?
Yeah, sure.
I mean,
who's got?
See the chat good? You guys have questions for We the People, man? This is first live, y'all. He's a cool dude, man. Anybody who freaking lives under a bridge for a year, man, and survives and comes back out on top like this, man, like total respect, guys. Let's ask him some questions.
Yeah, hand tools. That's a great one too. There's at the same place that I got that pressure canner, they have the old style hand tools. You know, like the hand drill bits and stuff.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Like $2, man. You know, and you're going to need those in an SHTF. You know,
worth their weight in gold. Yeah, we picked up a couple of those this year just because we saw them. I was like, damn, buy those shit.
Yeah. I picked me up one of the big tree saws, the 2-man tree saws where you got to go back and forth on.
Yeah, like the old school, yeah.
Picked it up for like $20, man. I was like, hell yeah. You know, it's out at the bug out location.
There you go. Just as good as a chainsaw.
Oh, yeah.
Once you know how to use it. Yeah.
Hey, let's see if anybody's sent anything in caps yet here. I'm not seeing any real questions.
Any questions, guys, in all caps? Oh, Joe said he lived like that too for a year.
Yeah, I see that here. I lived in a city outside for a year. It was scary as hell. It is, because you never know who's gonna sneak up on you while you're asleep. You know.
I hear you, man. Did it ever like when you were under the bridge? Did you ever want to say? Did you ever have the thought like maybe I should just go out into the woods? Because I was going to ask you about winter. I was going to ask you about wintertime. Like, what did you do in the wintertime? Did you have a lot of fires?
I was building fires under the bridge, but a lot of times I'd go out and set traps in the woods for rabbits and squirrels and stuff, you know. And then I'd bring it back. I'd bring my catches back under the bridge and feed the people that were living under there. You know.
I hear you. Okay. What would you burn? What would you use for fuel? You just go in the woods and get just wood?
Yeah, just grab some kindling out in the woods, man.
Okay.
Northern hobbies. Because it's a bit, why didn't the government step in living under a bridge? Because first off, the government won't help you, period. You know, the government, they're not in the business of helping people. They're in the business of bending you over and giving it to you. You know, They don't care if you are living under a bridge. They don't care about their own soldiers that come back from war, period.
Right.
You know?
I mean, too, there was a time, especially under Obama's administration, like to get benefits as a veteran, you had to be seriously injured. And it was a while, like you could get 100% like psychological evaluations and stuff, but the process took so long. Like people were trying to get help from the government, and they were homeless while they were trying to, and the process could take a year or two while you're homeless. And so a lot of people just, if you're homeless, you would quit or you would go away to another town trying to figure out how to survive. And the whole time the VA is dragging their feet. That's why so many vets are homeless.
Oh yeah. Nisi asked if I knew much about the HR 127 bill. I haven't really got a chance to read that bill yet. I've
Which one
read
is
a bunch
that?
of other
There's so many new ones. Which one is that one? Is that in your
It's
state?
the new gun control bill that they're introducing.
Oh, okay. Is that a federal bill for all states?
Yeah, it's a federal bill. I haven't got a chance to read up on it yet. And then Combat Bacon's asking what types of traps I'd set. I'd set anything from snares to noose traps. I mean, there's a wide variety of them. I mean, it's not that hard to set a trap, you know. People make it too hard. If you can tie a slip knot, you can tie a snare. You know?
Okay.
You know.
I bet you got really good at it. I mean, if you're trapping animals for food, I bet you're really good at it.
Yep. And I a lot of times all I did was found old fishing line out at the lake or whatever, wind that shit up, use that as a snare. You know, I'd wind it up, tie it when I needed to tie it to, bend a branch over, take a little piece of wood, stake it down just to where you can trip it real easy. You know, it ain't hard to do. You learn pretty quick.
I bet, man. Hey, Hutch Homestead's in the house. What's up, Hutch?
Puff, puff, pass.
We were talking about your live stream last night with Tribe, Hutch, man. That was a good live stream. We all had questions about weed. We all wanted to talk about weed. I
got a kick out of that, man. You know, I'd like to try some of his whiskey, though.
Yeah, that was awesome. I didn't know that was a thing, man. Hutch, man.
I would love to try some of that THC infused whiskey. Woo!
Yes, I did not know that was a thing.
And my brother got me, about 3 years ago, he got me really bad. He brought some butter over, and he started a marinade. You know, he threw it in with my marinade and stuff, and I didn't think nothing of it, man. And that shit was infused with THC.
Oh, it's cattle butter? Oh, shit.
So we started eating that meal, and I'm like, dude, what the hell?
Yeah. Best meal you ever ate?
I got even with him. I went out and I collected some shrooms and made a pizza and gave it to him.
Oh, man. Man.
You know, I
like the way you and your brother prank.
I live in farm country. Shrooms are easy to find. There's all sorts of cow patties around. You know.
Man, I've always heard that, man. I had a buddy who was from Erie, Pennsylvania, and he always told me, he's like, yeah, you go out and do the cow patties and get the shrooms and eat them. I was like, man, I've never heard of that. And so one night,
you just gotta look for, man.
I mean, I've never heard of that. And so he was telling me, like, I don't know, man. So you pick up the cow shit and there's a mushroom and you eat it. And I just didn't know. I didn't know anything about shrooms. And so he taught me that.
The psychedelic shrooms have like this little ring right under the cap.
Okay.
So that's how you can tell that it's a psychedelic mushroom. It's got like a little ring around the stem right under the cap.
Right. It was like psilocybin. Is that what it's called?
Something like that.
Yeah. Some kind of scientific. I try to be scientific if I can.
Yeah, my brother, he tripped out over that pizza though. His tripping balls all night.
Oh man.
In my family, if you do something to one of us, the other one has to do something 10 times as bad.
Yeah, top it. I hear you. Yes, sir.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, me and my brother's the same way.
Yeah, it was kind of fun growing up in a situation like that, but in other times it sucked. You know?
Yeah,
like I'm the smallest. I'm the smallest guy in my family. All my brothers are over 6 foot tall, you know, and like my oldest brother growing up, he was like 6'3", 3 1/4. Yeah. I mean, built like a brick shit house, you know. He hit shit. It was like getting hit by a freight train.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
But, you know, I found little ways to deal with him growing up, you know.
Yeah.
I kind of feel bad about it now because he's got a lot of knee problems because of me. Hey, no matter how big that man is, you take out his knee, he can't stand to fight you. You know?
There you go, bro. Yes, sir.
Let's see if there's any more questions in here.
They're in there talking about cow shit and mushrooms now.
Yeah, they are. Damn.
They are. Hey, what's that build? What's that building you're in, man? Is that like your man cave?
No, this is just a little catch-all for little odds and ends. You know.
I got you.
And I've got camping gear. I've got I've got like my little camping heater. Runs on butane. Yeah.
Okay, propane. Nice. I like that.
We rebuild lawnmowers, old junk lawnmowers. You know, people throw them out all the time. You know.
Yeah.
So we'll go around. We'll collect them up. We'll rebuild the engine on them. Most of them don't need a whole lot of work, but people are too naive to know what's wrong with them. So they give them to us. We clean them up, fix whatever's wrong with them, turn around and sell them $60, $70.
I hear you. That's good. Yeah. Hey, Mayberry asked, "How did you get into truck driving?"
Oh, I've been driving trucks since I was about 8 years old on the family farm. You know.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Okay. My grandfather, he's like, he told me, he goes, your uncle is sick today. I need you to take the truck. And he showed me how to shift the gears and everything. He goes, I need you to take it to the grain elevator and then come back. Here I am, you know, I could barely see over the steering wheel, you know, standing up, driving the thing. Took it up, scaled it, dumped my load, come back.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, it's kind of a family.
It's always been a part of your life.
Oh yeah. You know, if it's got wheels, I can drive it. And I've taken flying lessons for both an airplane and a helicopter. I can fly a prop plane halfway decent. I can get it up in the air and land it. That's, you know.
I hear you. Hey, it's a lot more than I can do, and a lot more than most people can do, probably.
Well, you know, you can go like our little college in the next town over here has classes out at the local airport. You know, they take you out there. I've got like 5,000 hours under my belt. You know, so.
Okay. Dang, dude, that's a good skill to freaking prep.
You gotta have skills.
Yeah, man, absolutely. I freaking love to go to that. There's a regional airport 15 minutes from here. I've always said, man, I wish I could like get a pilot license. I'll probably never have a plane, but I could jump in one that was there. They store planes there all the time.
Yep.
I mean, if I knew how to fly one, if it's a shift situation, I'll steal the crap out of that plane.
You can do it on the weekends, man. Just out of the college. That's how I did it. You know, I'd come home in on the weekends and I'd go out. You know, and
yeah,
that's how I've learned to do a lot of things. Is, you know, in my spare time, I go out and I'll go to college for this or that, or I'll go out and I'll try new things all the time. Stuff that I'd never thought I could do. You know.
Oh, yep. Deep Out said the most important landing.
Yeah. Well, even that's not all that important if I got a parachute.
There you go. Yeah. That's true.
Because I've done the skydiving thing. That scares the hell out of me the first time, but after that, it ain't so bad. You know?
I hear you.
Yeah, I'm a pretty big boy, so if I hit the ground without that chute opening, I'm going to make a hell of a hole.
Gonna leave an impact crater.
Oh yeah.
They talking about frostbite in the chat now.
No.
Do you ever have any? Do you ever have any bouts with that, man?
I came close to getting frostbite before. I mean, my skin started peeling and shit, but it didn't get to the point where it cut off all the blood flow to my extremities. Now I do have a friend that had that happen, and he lost 7 toes altogether from it.
Okay. Dang.
Oh,
7. That's. I mean, he's crippled. You can't walk with that, right?
Well, they put prosthetics on there. He does a fairly good job of walking.
Okay.
It's like I've got a nephew that last year, some guys set him up to where he would get zapped by this machine so that they could rob him. Okay. And these were supposedly his friends and shit, but they cleaned his house out, left him laying in his front yard for dead. He'd got electrocuted by the machine. Well, luckily a neighbor had seen him laying out there and went over and started CPR and all that. And they got him to the hospital, got him revived. But now he's only got a thumb and 2 fingers. That's it.
Jeez, man. One thumb and 2 fingers?
On one hand, he has absolutely no fingers or thumb. The other one, he's got his pinky and his ring finger and his thumb.
Jeez.
But he's learned to adapt to it. I mean, hell, he's riding a Harley last.
What? Oh, snap!
Yeah, he was out riding the Harley last month.
Heck yeah, man! That's awesome. Good for him, man. See, I like people like that, man. They don't let shit stop them. They just keep going.
Yeah, you will never overcome something unless you have the will to overcome it. You just have to put forth the effort.
Right. I got you, man.
I mean, I've overcome a lot.
Yeah.
In my life, I've been shot 23 times.
Damn, okay. Dude. Most when you were a contractor. Mayberry had a question, man. She said, "Which branch of military did you serve?"
Like I said, I didn't serve the military. I served as a independent security contractor for overseas, because the military they don't cover everything. So like if a businessman's going into a combat zone to do some business, he'd hire me. Or there was sometimes I had government officials I had to protect, because they didn't want to spare the military personnel. So they would hire me to go in and do it. And it paid well. When I retired from it, I was making $400K a year. But I mean,
oh yeah, I've always heard that. I've had Army buddies who went into private contracting when they got out, dude. They were pulling out some good figures.
Yeah, it's dangerous work, though. Let me tell you, man. I mean,
exactly, man. That's why they were doing it. They were getting that good money because
you get all these idiots that hire you to protect them, and then they don't want to listen to you. And you're trying to save their life, and they're like, "Well, that's what you're here for. You're here to take the bullet for me." Yeah. Well, what happens if I take the bullet and the next one gets you?
Yeah. And there you go. So I mean, out of 23 times, man, was there one that was like a close call? Like it's always like, man, I almost died from that one.
There was one I actually did die on the operating table.
Oh shit! You want to share the story, man, or is it classified?
No, I was. We were just traveling through the desert along with the military convoy, and ambush happened, and I got hit. And it got me in the diaphragm. And they medevaced me out to a hospital. I died on the operating table, but I'm an organ donor, so they hooked me up to an artificial heart to keep my organs alive. And they had me on this artificial heart down in the morgue, waiting for a transplant team to come harvest my organs. And I sat up, and the mortician fell down,
So they were done. So they just like, yeah, we're just gonna keep the organs alive. Holy man! I still
have the death certificate.
Oh my god! Wow, dude, that's amazing. Thank God, man. Thank God. I'm glad you're here, brother.
I got a slug that sits a ½ inch from my spine. They won't remove it because they're afraid it would cripple me.
Wow. So it's still there. You got a slug next to your spine?
Yeah, it's been there for 20 years.
You know? That is hard. Does it give you problems?
No, not really, except like if I'm out in the sun without a shirt on and the sun's beating down on my back there, it'll kind of heat it up a little bit. You'll start to feel it burning. You know?
Oh my God, really?
Oh Jesus. Yeah. But hell, I've got a plate. I got a plate in my head, a Kevlar plate.
You a hardcore dude, bro. Oh my God, I didn't know it was a thing. Like,
oh yeah.
So you got lead in your back, and if the sun heats it up, you can feel the lead getting hot in your back. Jeez.
Yep. You know, I've got all sorts of shit like that. You know, my wife, when we first got together, and I stripped down the first night that we were together, and she's looking at me and she goes, "What the fuck happened to you?" You know, and she started pointing at stars and going, "Okay, what's this one from? What's that one from? What's this one from?" Yeah.
No, man. Gosh, that's crazy, bro. I tell you what, like, man, you beat like 50 Cent ain't got nothing on you, like 23 times. That's crazy. I can't believe that.
Yeah. I always said,
bless you for being here, man. Yeah.
I've got, like I said, 23, and then I've got 13 separate stab wounds. So, hand-to-hand combat's not as easy as people think it is.
Oh, man. I know, man. Like, a knife fight, I'd rather be in a gunfight than a knife fight, man.
Oh, yeah.
I've been in 2 knife fights, and
this hand right here, my left hand.
Yeah.
I got into a fight with a guy, and he pulled a knife, and he tried to stab me in the chest. Well, I stuck my hand in the way, and the knife went through my hand, came out the back. I just closed my hand up around the knife. I'm like, no, you ain't getting that back. Yeah.
I hear you, man. Grace, I tell you what, man. I'd like to be near you if the shit hit the fan. I'm like, dude, let's go, man. Let's do this. I tell you what, brother.
I'm a little slow nowadays, though, man. All the damage to my body, I don't move as quick as I used to.
I know, man, but still, like someone who's like been in the shit, and they know what the consequences are, and they know how to deal with it. Like those are far and few between. And so when shit hits the fan, like you know who those people are because they react the way you react.
No, see, I train the neighborhood kids on stuff. You know, I do. A lot of my neighbors are in my mag, and I teach them a lot of self-defense stuff, and you know, I teach them how to hide. Even, you know, I teach them how to go out in the woods and hide to where nobody would even be able to find them. You know, they can walk right past them and not even see them.
Yes, sir.
You know, because I told them, you know, and their parents tell them the same thing. They go, "Shit's getting bad. If soldiers start coming down the street, you need to learn to disappear." You know.
Yeah. I know, man.
It's not that hard, not really.
Yeah, I mean that's the way. I mean, if that happens, like we're fighting a counterinsurgency, you know, we're just guerrilla warfare. Like, I hear a lot of folks, like all these different people, about being gung ho and wanting, yeah, we're gonna go and face. I said, no, that's not the way. If that happens, if the Chinese are here, that's not. You don't go out and just face a 200 million man army. No, I mean, come on, guys. I mean, so
you gotta do some hit and run. You know,
you ain't gotta know how to hide, like you said. Yes, sir. No. Plan your strategic.
Hide, wait for your opportunity, hit them, and then hide again. You know.
There you go. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. War of attrition.
You get all these people too, man. It drives me nuts. All these people are wanting a war, and I'm like, man, you don't want a war. Look, you have no idea what it's like to take another person's life face to face.
Exactly.
That's something that never leaves your mind.
Yeah, you know? it never leaves you. And the thing that always bothers me is the person's eyes when the life leaves, man. Because life is something that's precious to me, like personally, like all life, man. Like I'm not a vegan or anything, but I'm just saying, like I respect life because it comes from the Creator. And so when the lights leave someone's eyes, man, you never forget that. And watching it leave someone you love, like someone you cared about, is the worst thing. And that's why I mean, like you said, and people want war right here in America, man. No, why do you want that? Why do you want your women, your wives, your children, your parents? Why do you want them to be a part of that? That's, you know, because that's what it would be. Our families would be in the theater of war. That's not what we want. I agree with you, man. I remember when you said that. I remember the video you dropped about that. Yeah, I think it was one of the first videos of yours I watched, and I was like, okay, he gets it. I like his channel, and that's why I started watching your videos. I think because I was like, he's been through some shit, and he knows what's real, and that's why I like about your channel. You're a real dude.
I tell a lot of people, I'm like, look, imagine, okay, war breaks out, and your wife or your child gets stabbed or shot, and you've got to try to save them, but you can't save them, and you're watching them slip away. You think you can actually handle that?
I know, man. I mean, I know, man. Like your kid, like something happens to your kid, like they weren't doing nothing. They were just there. That's what war is, man. You can't stop what's going to happen when freaking bullets are flying, and like if your kid gets hit by a bullet, I can't imagine that. I can't imagine. I don't even want to imagine it. So when people are always advocating war, it's like, man, let's see if there's another way. I mean, we don't want war in America.
Any way possible to avoid war. I mean, yeah, I see that one may be on the horizon, and I dread the idea of it, you know.
Right.
But I mean, I will do whatever it takes to protect my family.
That's right.
But it's my first priority is going to get my family to someplace safe where I know that I ain't going to have to worry about them, you know.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Hey, when we bought the property where we're building our bug out location, used to be an old farmhouse sitting there. But we tore down the farmhouse and we found out that back in the 50s, they built a bomb bunker there.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, dude.
It's got a lot of water in it right now because it has a little structure. You know, so we're having it dug up and having it fixed, having the structure fixed. And then we're going to rebury it. And I mean, it's still got the vault door and everything on it.
That's freaking awesome. I'm jealous. That's awesome.
It's got a total of 4 bedrooms in it. You got 4 bedrooms, living and kitchen area all together there. So I was
God. But what's the square footage on it? What's the square footage on it?
It's something like somewhere around 980 square foot.
Nice. That's a lot, man.
It's huge.
4 bedrooms. Yeah, that's freaking awesome. That's freaking awesome. And good find. Good on your mag, man. Good for your mag, dude. That's cool. How many people? Do you mind me? Can I ask how many folks? Like, how many people are in your mag? Just approximately.
Well, altogether, men, women, and children, there's 300 of us.
300.
Yeah.
Okay. 300. On 50 acres. On 50 acres.
On 50 acres.
Wow. Those of us that's a community right there, man. That's beautiful.
Those of us that didn't go in and buy land there, we're still making accommodations for them because we've built bunkhouses for them.
Right.
You know, so if you don't own any land and you can't afford to put like a shed or something out there, then we built bunkhouses that you can live in. You know, so everybody's taken care of. You know?
That's cool, man. That's how you do it. That's awesome. I know backstage we were talking about it. I mean, our mag's small. We're like 15 people, but like, so for 300 people, do you guys have like a charter, like that you live by, like the shift happens and y'all go to your community and there's 300 people there. You do have a charter. Like, how does that work? How does your charter work? Is it like
we set up a council to begin with. Okay. So, and the council, everybody on the council except me, since I started the mag, everybody on the council can be removed and replaced. Okay. So we'll vote on them. You know, if people don't think they're doing a good job, they can be replaced, you know, with somebody else from the mag. Now we all have a contract that we have to sign. You know, just has little things in it, like the fact that you won't disclose the location of our bug out location, stuff like that. You know, no GPS devices are allowed at the bug out location because GPS can be tracked.
Right.
You know, so when you go out there, your phone, most of the time we require that you turn your phone off.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, just simple things, rules that everybody lives by. Everybody chips in. We get together. You're required to be there at least 1 weekend a month to train with us.
Nice.
Okay. Now we do train every weekend, and we run all different types of war scenarios, from marauders to the military rolling up on us,
Okay.
and what we would do. We have several wells, natural spring wells on the property that won't run dry. They're right into the water table themselves. So
awesome.
We have a creek that runs through. We have a pond out there that pond is stocked.
Hell yeah. I hear you, bro.
We all get together as a community. We chop and split wood, till up the ground. We take turns taking care of the animals we have out there.
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
It's a full-blown community.
Yeah, it is. That's amazing. So, is the charter, is it based on the Constitution, or are y'all even that deep yet? Like,
well, it's kind of a democratic republic if you kind of look at it. Granted, I can't be removed from the council because I'm the one that founded everything, and
right.
I own a lot of the land and stuff, so it'd be kind of hard to remove me, But there are certain rules. We have our laws that we all go by. If you're caught stealing from another member of the MAG, there are consequences for everything.
Right. Okay.
And you're not allowed to bring in outsiders. Don't care who they are. You can't. If they're not approved by the council and everybody, they're not coming in.
Okay.
In a ship situation, you don't want people bringing their relatives from across country without getting it approved because,
right.
You've already got everything set up the way that you need it for the people that are there. So bringing in more people just puts more of a strain on your resources.
I get that. So, is there a process, like, say a member of your MAG came and there was like, I don't know, like his freaking brother and his wife showed up and they wanted to join. Is there a process for them to do that, or are they just like, no, I'm sorry, it's too late?
Well, if it's not a shift situation, they can't bring them to the bug out location to begin with.
Right.
Okay. If it's a non-shift situation, they have to meet with all of the council members outside of our location. We get to know them. We put them through tests. Like I was telling you earlier before we went live about, like I'll take them on a bug out weekend.
Yeah.
And
right.
Now if they show up there, with a family member during a shift situation, we do have about an acre of land that we've cordoned off and fenced off where they would pretty much remain. They'd be allowed to come into the main complex, but not without escort until we were sure what kind of person they were.
Oh, okay. All right. I feel you. Yeah.
And we're not just going to turn them, but we're not just going to let them in.
Absolutely. Like these are questions. Like I try to think long term. Like I said, our MAG is small, but we do have a big homestead here, and this is the bug out location. So these are the questions I think about all the time, because if the shift happens, there's going to be a lot more people that in the MAG are going to start showing up, and we need to have things in place. Because I'm not prepping for 100 other people, man. I was like, we're all Americans, we're all adults. If you're not prepared, I'm sorry.
Well, see, we have community preps, and then we have personal preps out at our locations.
Oh, okay.
See, the way that it goes, the adults, all the adult members of the MAG contribute $50 a month. Okay, it goes into a treasury account.
Okay.
We use that to buy stuff that we need for the bug out location to make improvements, and stuff like that. That's how we put in the solar system and all that. Okay.
Right. That's smart.
And then,
I see.
And then we also buy food and cattle and stuff like that with that money, and it's community property.
Gotcha.
Now, you have your own personal prep that you can store out there as well. You know,
Okay.
which everybody's encouraged to bring their own personal preps as well. You know,
Okay.
so, like I
Right.
said, we all take turns with the cattle and everything. You know, and the money for the feed and everything comes out of the treasury. You know,
Okay.
and everything gets voted on. There's nothing that we don't discuss. You know,
Mhm.
so I mean, it was a long process. I have our charter's about what 30 pages thick. You know,
All right.
with all the different rules and stuff that we've laid down. You know, that everybody gets a say. You know,
There you go. See, I like that. And then, I mean, you said it's 30 pages long. I mean, is that something that grew? Like, did you guys just like had
yeah,
discussions and?
yeah. We you know, somebody will have an idea. They'll bring it to the council. The council will take it before everybody in the mag. We'll ask them their opinions. We'll do a anonymous vote on it. See how it goes over. If it's approved,
Yeah.
then we'll add it to the charter. If not, then we just toss it to the side. You know, I mean, we've had some weird ones brought up before. You know, so.
Really?
Oh yeah,
Oh no.
we've had some really weird ones, but you
Yeah.
know,
Does so I mean, is there someone at the bug out location just maintaining everything and taking care of livestock all the time?
we take
Or
turns out there all the time. Yeah, there's always somebody there.
okay.
And see, that way we also know that nobody's going to move into our bug out location because nobody's there. You know, like
Yeah.
say that it hits the fan. You know, we don't want people just finding our location and taking it over. So there's
Right.
always people there. You
Oh
know,
yeah. Okay.
hell, right now we've got one mag family that's actually staying in my cabin out there because their house caught fire, and you know
Dang.
they're waiting for
Yeah.
the insurance and stuff. So instead
Wow.
of having to live with family and impose on family, I was like, look, y'all are welcome to stay in my cabin. You know, that's
Yeah.
what the whole point of this community is. Any kind of shift situation, whether it's personal or world shift.
Right. I hear
You
you,
know,
man. That's cool,
you know,
man. I like that. Yes, sir. I like that. Northern Girls asked a question. She said, "What do you do with sketchy mag folks? See if they trust you with cash for preps and livestock?" Question mark.
well, there's just all sorts of things. Like I was telling you earlier, you know, I'll take them on the bug out weekend, and I'll go out with them, and we're supposed to catch our own food and everything while we're out there. We don't bring any food with us. You only eat what you take or what you can catch.
Right.
And I'll act like I didn't catch jack squat. I'll purposely not catch jack squat. And then you know, he'll come back with a stringer full of fish or a couple of rabbits or whatever. And you know, I'll tell him, hey man, you know, we go share that with me. And that's one of the first tests that I give them. You know, if they're not willing to share their food, then hell, they ain't coming into my mag because that's what a mag's all about. You know.
Yeah, that's a good test. That's what. Yeah, you're right. Mutual assistance group. That's what it's all about. That's a good test.
And then, like when I left the money laying around and the guy took my money, well, he didn't get in the mag. You know.
I know, man. That's dirty, man. Like,
you got to be able.
That's a good test, though. That's a good test. You leave just cash laying out, like a lot of cash, and you know, and leave someone alone with it for a long time. You know, I mean, that is a good test.
And see, the thing that this guy didn't realize too, my house here is wired.
Yeah.
I got cameras everywhere except in the bathroom. You know?
There you go. Yeah, we do too, man. I love our cameras.
I got them inside, outside. I mean, everywhere. You know, and so I sat there on my phone and watched him take the money. You know.
Right.
You know, like I said, I caught him out in the driveway before he could take off, and I was like, "Man, hand my money back over." You know?
Right. There you go.
But, you know, that's like our bug out location. We have it wired up with closed circuit cameras out there. Since we can't get Wi-Fi, we have to do closed circuit.
Heck, you know, yeah.
But
man,
we can always
out there, man.
You know, we can always go and check the cameras at any time and see what was going on. You know, and it's got 2 terabytes of storage information. So, it'll store months on end.
Right.
And we've sunk a lot of money into it. Now, eventually, where I'm living now is the place I was first originally buying.
Mm-hmm.
And then I came across the deal for the land. And so I took the money I was going to use to pay this place off and sunk it into the land. Now, once we get this paid off, we're going to go ahead and probably move out to the bug out location and live out there permanently. And then rent this place out. Because this is just a mobile home on about a half-acre of land.
Right.
And I got preps stored around. I mean, people ask me, well, where do you store your water? I have cans like this that are stackable. Okay. I fill those. It's a 5-gallon can. I put 4 gallons of water in it.
Okay.
I slide them up underneath and stack them underneath the trailer, under the underpinning. Okay.
Yeah. That's a
it
good
don't
idea.
freeze under there. It don't freeze, and if it does, it's got room to expand anyhow because I only put 4 instead of 5, and they're laying on their side.
I mean, even in summer, man. I mean, underneath a manufactured home, I mean, the temperature stays pretty much within a certain range all year round.
Yeah, it stays about 55 degrees under the house.
Yeah, that's good storage. That's a good storage. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So we store, I mean, we've got these stacked up about 4 and 5 high, and we've got them running the entire length of the trailer, except where there's water lines and stuff like that. Man,
having all that water stored underneath your home actually probably lowers your heat and cooling bill because of how insulated water is. That's cool, man. That's cool. Yeah. Preppers, man. I tell you what, man. Preppers come up with some shit. I've never thought about doing that. That's a good idea.
People ask me all the time, well, the water may get moss or whatever growing in it. And I'm like, I've got water filters.
There you go.
So if the water gets tainted, I can run it through my filters and it's good to drink.
Wow.
So it ain't no big deal.
Yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
We've got the big Berkey system.
Yeah. There you go.
You run that water through that thing, hell, you ain't got no worries.
Nah, you're good after that.
And I've got, right now, I've got like 50 filters, replacement filters for it. So, I think my wife's coming in.
Oh, we're in trouble.
Here's one of our first lines. One of our first lines of defense. Come here, boy.
What's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? Hey, Mrs. We the People. How you doing? What's up, buddy?
Come here, Daddy. Come here. No, come here, Daddy. Come here, Daddy.
There you go. Yeah.
What's his name?
Chance.
Chance. What's up, Chance?
Hey, he's a rescue. The people that had him, they were feeding him methamphetamine, trying to turn him into a fighting dog.
Man.
So we wound up stealing him from him, and hell, he's been a good dog. He ain't vicious unless you try to break into the house or whatever. Hey, you're gonna put my.
Sounds like a good dog to me, man.
Oh, he is. He's great. I mean, he used to go on the truck with me all the time, and we were asleep one night over in Pennsylvania right before we crossed over into New York at a Love's truck stop. Somebody jimmied open my door in the middle of the night. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and they met him. That's the first time I'd ever seen his teeth bared and his fur standing up. He was drooling, growling.
Oh, dang. And, taking care of Daddy.
I heard all that commotion from him, so I jumped up and I carry a 16-inch Bowie knife on the truck.
Oh,
I grabbed that. I sleep naked, so I jumped up and I got that Bowie knife in one hand, standing there naked, and the dog, all of a sudden you hear the door slam shut and the guy screaming, "Oh shit!"
Oh shit! Got a crazy naked man with a 16-inch Bowie knife and a growling, drooling dog. Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I don't think the guy knew what the fuck to think. You know?
I know, man. That's crazy.
It was great.
That's pretty cool. Man. Heather, how you doing? It's nice to meet you. I'm Nate.
Yeah. She used to go on the truck with me, but she got fed up with that kind of life. Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So, you know, I used to stay out 2 weeks or more at a time, but
yeah.
you know, she got tired of that, so she wanted to stay home more. So I took a job where I'm home every weekend, and you know, she sits at home being bored while I'm gone.
I hear you, brother. Yeah,
she
man.
can't be too bored. You know, we've got other people that live here with us in our camp. We gave away our camper to my former brother-in-law because he became homeless during all this bullshit. You know, didn't have a job or nothing. So I told him, look, it's not much. It needs a little work. You're welcome to have it. So he went in and he remodeled it. And they live in our driveway in the camper. You know?
Awesome. I hear you, man.
Which makes me feel better too, because there's always somebody here in case she needs it.
There you go. Back up. I hear you. Definitely.
Yeah, he's a big old boy. He is. He's a big old boy. Yeah. His arms are about the size of my legs.
Oh, nice. Oh, gosh. Okay. I hear you.
Yeah, we
got some heavy gun back up.
Well, we let my oldest daughter move in with us, and she brought her boyfriend with him, and I was out on the road, and he's making all sorts of threats on my daughter and my wife. So I called up my former brother-in-law that's living in the driveway. I'm like, look, bounce his ass out my house.
There you go.
Boy, he come in here, the old boy was out the house quicker than shit. You know, the cops got called out here and everything, and the cops come out here and they asked my brother-in-law what's going on. He told them, and her boyfriend was standing across the street still shaking and shit. The cops went up to him to start talking to him, and he goes, man, I just want to get out of here before he kills me. You know?
Hey, everybody in the chat saying hey to Miss People.
Everybody saying hey.
Hello.
Like I said, she's 10 years younger than I am, so.
I hear that. My wife's 13 years younger than me, but it's my trophy wife.
I've started teaching her how to survive. You know, like if I'm not here, she needs to, know, like something happens to me, she needs to be able to take care of herself. And she's never learned any of this stuff. So I've been teaching her, taking her out. You know, right now I take her out and we just do regular camping in a tent and stuff like that. But, we go out and we walk around in the woods, and I teach her stuff about the woods and stuff. So, yeah, well, here lately, no, but, this once it warms up a little bit, we'll do it again. But, I'll teach, I'll teach her what plants she can eat and what ones she can't, what ones are good for medical purposes, just little basic things, places that you can hide if you need to hide, or places you can find for shelter where you don't have to actually build your shelter.
Right. Okay. Cool.
But, it's important to teach everybody in your home.
Oh, yeah.
Things,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because you never know if you're going to be around for them. I mean, I could be stuck up in Minnesota when the shit hits the fan, and it could take me a couple of weeks to get home.
Right.
She needs to be able to take care of herself during that time, And if we've got her kids here, if that's her weekend with her kids, she needs to be able to take care of them as well.
Yep. There you go.
My biggest problem with her is trying to teach her how to drive. She's scared to death of getting behind the wheel. It's true. She freezes.
Just any car or your semi?
She won't make any adjustments to the steering wheel, and the car will start to veer off toward the ditch, and she just lets it keep going. Telling her secrets.
Oh, yeah, you are.
Now, see, that's the thing. I used to teach guys how to drive semis. Her driving scares me worse than that.
Oh,
I
man.
ain't getting money for a while.
Yeah, you're gonna get it after this live stream. Oh, man. That's cool, man. Yeah, we all family on here, man. It's cool. It's a community.
She's not familiar with all this. This is something new.
Yeah, I get it. I got my wife involved, man. Like me, that's why me and her do a live stream every Saturday, and she's real big into knitting and crocheting. She's learning it as a homestead skill, how to make clothes and stuff. And so we just started doing a live stream, me and her together. It's fun, man.
And believe it or not, I know how to crochet and all that too.
Hey, really? I'm not surprised actually, man. You sound like you got your shit together. I'll be honest with you.
Well, I grew up a lot of my life growing up was with my grandmother and aunts and uncles and stuff.
Yeah.
Because if you watch some of my videos, you'll understand why. I won't go into that right now. But
yeah. Go watch his video. Go subscribe, guys, right now if you're not subscribed to this guy. Yeah. He has a good channel.
They taught me a lot of how to take care of yourself, how to mend clothes, how to make clothes, how to crochet,
right.
How to prep all different types of meals with practically nothing. My grandmother grew up, she lived through the Depression and all that. So she taught me how to make something out of nothing, And I've learned how to make rope out of bark off of a tree, off of saplings, And that's a good skill to learn because you're going to need rope out there, and you may not have enough paracord or actual rope or anything. You may wind up at some point having to make rope. People should learn how to do that. It's not hard to do. You just skim the bark off the tree and then braid it up.
Heck yeah, really. You should do a video on it, man. That's a good skill to learn. I'd like to see that video.
Well, if I can find the time this summer, I'll probably do something like that.
Yeah, man. We'll look forward to that one, man. I mean, I understand it's hard to make videos when you're on the road. I think that's one of the reasons I connect with your channel so much because you're always on the road. I'm not. I mean, I'm home every night, but I'm on the road all day. Like I'll drive 400 miles in a day. And so when I was watching your video, I was like, he's really on the road. Like he's on the road. He's spending the night on the road.
Oh, and I got an itty bitty little sleeper on my truck. I have to show you guys in a video how small that thing is.
Yeah, I'd like a tour of your truck, man. That'd be cool.
There is absolutely no room to move around in my truck whatsoever. They make this an over-the-road truck, but it's nothing compared to the room I've had in other trucks,
Yeah.
It needs more money, Daddy.
But I'll do a video of a tour of the inside of my truck after I clean it out. It's pretty messy in there right now. Because I'll drive down the road. I'll reach back into the refrigerator, grab me a soda, dump it into my jug, and then toss the bottle over in the trash and have a mess.
Yeah, but at the end of the week, there's like 20 bottles. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah. But she used to. At first, she loved going out on the road with me, seeing the sights, stuff she'd never seen before, because she'd never really left this area.
Yeah.
But then she decided after all of this shit broke loose at the beginning of the year, she's like, I don't want to do this no more.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we ran into riots and all sorts of shit. We went downtown Chicago the day after they rioted, and there were still buildings and cars and shit smoldering. People boarding up their businesses.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
You attack me while I'm on the truck, though, I will defend myself to the death.
Heck yeah, man. I can't imagine that. I can't imagine being in a big city like Chicago the day after those big riots, because that was crazy stuff to watch.
This company I'm with now tried to send me up into Wisconsin right through the middle of the riots while it was taking place. I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm going to stop here for the night. Let shit calm down. I'll take the load in tomorrow probably in the afternoon. You know?
Yeah.
You know, I waited for that shit to get over with.
I hear you, man. I hear you.
By the time I rolled through there, they had National Guard out there. I was like, yeah, I'm good now.
There you go. What were you hauling through there?
A lot of beer.
Really? Okay. What kind of beer? Can you tell what kind of beer?
I pick up at a lot of my loads come out of the Miller, Old Milwaukee and stuff like that up there in Milwaukee. And then a lot of Anheuser-Busch out of St. Louis and stuff like that.
I'm not picky. I'm not picky when it comes to beer.
No, I'm not really either. I'm not a big fan of Miller. You know, kind of tastes like piss water to me. You know?
I hear you. I mean, my favorite beers are dark beers, but I mean, if someone's giving me a cold beer, I'll drink it. But dark beer is
I like
my favorite.
beer stout. You know.
Yeah, porter, a nice porter. Yeah. I hear you.
I spent some time in Germany when I was younger doing that, and man, some of the beer over there is like whiskey over here. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, man. It's like 11% per beer. I was like, dang.
Yeah. I was like, cool. Yeah. So
hey, dude, we're at an hour and a half, man. You want to wind it down? Yeah, man. It don't feel like it. We've been talking for an hour and a half. You want to wind it down, or what you want to do, brother?
Oh, you can take some more questions if people have got questions. I've been missing them.
Yeah, man. You guys got questions, dude? This dude is living an interesting life, man. I have a lot of questions, but you guys in the chat, man, what you got?
I've been missing a lot of them because I ain't been paying attention to it. I set the laptop down. Yeah, it always lags to the laptop. Trying to see if I see any questions here. Getting old, my eyesight ain't what it used to be.
It's like everybody's talking to each other.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, the chat does that, man, but that's cool.
Oh yeah, I get in there all the time and get lost in the conversation.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, when I'm in someone else's chat, sometimes I'm in a whole other conversation, and I have to come back to. Yeah.
It gets fun though. Yeah, he's Lumbee Indian from North Carolina.
Mayberry said, Mayberry's got a question. When were you overseas contracting?
Back in the 90s and, early 2000s.
Okay. How do you keep barking dogs quiet when bugging out?
He don't bark. He don't. Unless somebody's getting close to us, he won't bark. Like when he was out on the truck with us, he wouldn't bark at anybody. He'd roll the window down and stare at him like he was going to eat them, but he never barked at them.
Okay. Man Shad, what's up? Man Shad's in here. What's up, Man Shad? Man Shad says, what type of knife is your favorite?
Any one that I've got on me, actually. Like I always carry my little case knife here. It's just a
nice
little 4-inch blade.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
But I've got in the bedroom under the mattress, I normally have a Bowie knife, and then on her side of the bed, she has a machete. And I told her, you get the long machete, because if they get past me, they have to get, they ain't going to be able to get close to you with that long ass machete. Just start swinging.
There you go. Yes, sir. I hear you. I keep this around my neck, man. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh yeah, little neck knife.
Yeah, little cricket knife. It's a really cool knife. I love it. Jefferson's got a good. No, not Jefferson. Gray Man. He said, "Do you have any rain catchment system?"
Where I live here, no, because here they made it illegal for you to catch rainwater.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never understood that. How can someone make it illegal for us to catch freaking rain from the sky? I've always hated that law.
It's stupid because I used to catch water out here, run off the roof, and I'd use it for my garden and stuff. And they're like, well, it attracts mosquitoes. And it's like, mine don't, because I put a screen over the top of that damn thing.
There you go.
You know?
Exactly. So
that's
simple.
all you got to do.
I know.
You know?
That's so crazy, man. I hate that. Jefferson Martial Arts, what's up, brother? He said, what bushcraft skills are most important?
Most important? Well, first is you're building fire. Yeah, after that, you need to be able to make shelter from nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you need to learn what materials are around you and be able to make your own rope out there if you're caught out there with nothing, and just basically lash shit together. And,
right.
You know, I mean, like I can make a sod house within a couple of days, a small sod house. It's not that hard to do, you know.
I've watched people do that. I've never done that, and I've always wondered. I just didn't want to dig up all the sod because it's kind of precious here in the sandhills. But I always wondered, like, man, I always wanted to do one and just have the experience, you know, because it looks like a really. I mean,
it's not hard to do, really. I mean, you know, you just need a good enough knife, you know, to cut the sod with. You know, you just got to get down underneath the roots, you know. Let's see. Sog for EDC. I like a sog knife, but you know, basically any knife will do in a pinch.
Yeah. Yeah. Some sharp.
Yeah. I don't even like a sharp knife, honestly. Because if I'm going to stab you a dull knife with a jagged blade on it,
make
a
worse wound.
Yep.
Yeah. Make the wound won't close up. I hear you.
Yeah. Yeah. I have one of those Navy SEAL knives, the spiral tri-blade.
Oh yeah.
You know,
oh my gosh, that thing is brutal, man.
Yeah.
God.
It ain't
oh man, you get stabbed one of those, you better go straight to the emergency room. Those things are brutal.
I keep that in the door pocket of my truck. You know?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Hey, don't mess with this guy, man, when he's asleep in his truck.
I carry all sorts of weapons. I have the extendable batons. I have I have this one. It's really flexible, but it's a stun whip. You know, you can use it as a whip, but it has electricity that you can run through it too.
Oh shit! I have never seen that before.
Damn, yeah, I found it on.
That's awesome. I'm gonna look that up. A stun whip.
I was like, man, I got to get that. When I seen it online, even if it didn't work, it was still cool. You know, but it worked.
Heck yeah,
it worked.
That's cool, man. I've never heard of that. I'm gonna look that up.
I found out how well it worked. I let my wife hit me in the leg with it. That sucker took me down.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
I test out stuff, man. You got to test it. You know, it don't do any good to buy equipment if you ain't willing to test it.
There you go. That's true.
And that's like my Kevlar that I've got. I've taken it out. Now I ain't wearing it when I shoot it. You know?
Yeah, I hear you. Don't want to test it that much.
You know?
Yeah.
But
I hear you.
Pretty much anything I buy, I got to test out. You know, because I bought some real crap. I mean, I really have. I'll show you.
I have to.
This little thing here, the bug zapper light. Biggest piece of crap for $20 you ever spent in your life.
It don't kill bugs?
Fuck no. Kills bad.
Yeah, okay. What's it do? Attract bugs? I bet it attracts them.
Pretty much. It's supposed to be bug zapper though, but it don't zap no bugs. It zaps your batteries.
Yeah. I got on the thing there. They had these like light bulbs that had the bug zapper thing in it. All they did was attract bugs, man. It didn't kill any of them. I was like, this is a piece of shit.
Yeah, that's why anything I buy, it don't stay in the box. It comes out of the box, gets tested out. You know.
There you go. Yeah.
Now,
I hear you.
You know, I will put it back in the box a lot of times after I test it. You know, but
right.
Like here, I've got. Yeah. Oh shit! It's got too much stuff on it. I've got a portable laptop grill up here. Found all sorts of uses for it. It's great, a great little folding grill. It's only about that thick. You know, I don't know if you know, it's not that heavy. It weighs about 3.5 pounds. So, and it fits in your backpack real good. Now the thing is, I carry some flat stones with me a lot of times. People are like, "You're nuts. That's extra weight." Yeah, but think of it this way. Say I don't have my camping heater with me. I start a fire out in the woods. I got my little laptop grill in my bag. Okay. I throw those stones in the fire, get them good and hot, take them out of there, put them inside that grill, sit the grill inside my tent.
Oh man. Yeah. That's a good idea, man. I like that.
You know,
heck yeah. Damn. A way to have like those hot rocks in your tent. That's a good idea. I like that.
Yep.
Damn good idea. Think I'm nuts. No fire either. Yeah.
No.
I mean, rocks hold heat for a long time too. People don't realize that. Yeah.
And then see, I also carry a bunch of the Mylar blankets and duct tape and stuff in there.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, say that I've got a little tent that's only 3 seasons, not meant for the winter time. Take that duct tape the Mylar to the tent, have it holding my heat in there, bring the laptop grill in. Hey, I'm staying nice and toasty all night long.
Heck yeah, you are. Dude,
I carry emergency pop-up tents with me. They're 2 men, but I can actually fit 3 people in them.
Right.
So I mean, and they're not the open-end tubes like a lot of these that I've seen on Amazon and stuff. They're open on both ends. I'm like, what the fuck good does that do me? You know, I gotta have it closed off, you know, in order to hold my heat in there. You know?
Right.
But you know, we're taking them out on the weekends, just doing a bug out weekend, me and my old lady, and we'll sleep in that little pup tent, you know. And we've used it that way to keep us warm before.
Okay.
But, you know,
that works. Hey, I like it, man. That was a good tip, man. I mean, I've learned a bunch of tips from you tonight.
It's all about thinking outside the norm.
There you go.
I mean, when I was overseas, I always had to think outside of my normal thought process in order to be able to survive. You know.
Yep.
Because the desert gets awful damn cold in the middle of the night. I don't know if you've ever met a camel spider or not, but those some bitches will scare the crap out of you.
Only once, man. And by then I'd heard all the horror stories, so I just killed it immediately. I was like, "Fuck this thing! Yeah. I'm not."
But they're hard to kill. You know,
I know, man. Got to dump a whole clip into it. That's what it is.
But you hear that god awful hissing noise that they make.
Oh my god!
Hissing and clicking, and you're like, oh my god, what the hell? And then all this, and they're fast. My god, those things are fast.
You would think not something you think you'd hear from an insect. It's like, this is ungodly. Yeah.
And those things, I mean, you point your pistol at them, and they've already moved over here. You know.
It's like they know. Yeah. I bet people shoot at them things all the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if some of them had learned, like, when they point those things at us, we got to move because they're about to empty it out. Yeah.
We had one get into the camp. We had one get in camp in the middle of the night. Man, he wreaked havoc. You know?
Oh my God. Yeah. It's just everywhere, man. It's everywhere, on everybody, like near everybody. Just
Oh
one.
yeah.
Just one. Yeah.
Well, he bit one guy on the leg, and you talk about a nasty bite. I mean, it's not poisonous or nothing, but man, it rips through the skin. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
But,
I know everyone's, oh, they're not poisonous. I don't care, man. Look how big it is. I don't want it to bite me. Like,
I mean, you see this thing that's a damn near a meter long running at you. It's going to scare the crap out of
for sure, man. For sure.
Because they will. They'll come charging at you.
Oh my God.
God help you if you turn your back. Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah. Oh man. Good stuff.
Yeah. I've learned over the years, always think outside of the normal parameters. There's always multiple uses for everything. You know?
Absolutely, man. 100%. I did a video today, and I have this bathtub that I buried in a valley down below our homestead.
That video.
Oh, you saw it? Yeah. I mean, I don't like to waste stuff, man. Like when I saw that tub, like it was a deep tub. I was like, what's wrong with it? It's like nothing. I just don't like it. So I was like, can I have it? But man, I was like, I'm gonna do something with this. And then I thought about that spring. If there's a way, like, to make it bubble up in that tub, and it worked. I mean, I didn't know. I was just screwing around, and it worked.
Yeah, well, you need to.
I'm like you, man. Like, yeah.
Dig down to it.
Man. Yep. I mean,
put you a pipe in there. Hey, yeah. And now, since the wildlife come in and they drink from there all the time, if there's a shift situation, you know that there's going to be wildlife there for you to go and,
man.
You know.
Man, I've sat in that. I got a stand sitting up watching it. I mean, I do harvest a couple of deer a year from there, but most of the year it's just I just let the animals have it because I want them to know that they can go there all the time. There's all kinds of animals that come there. We had a trail cam set up there for a while. It was amazing. Like just everything. Neighborhood dogs come there now. Like I'm seeing the neighbors' dogs go to that watering hole.
And
that's it worked out.
Thing too is, people don't realize how quick the gamer is going to go in a shift situation. So you're going to wind up killing animals to eat that you'd never thought about eating before. I mean, I've ate skunk.
Really?
It's actually not that bad. Wow. I've had skunk, possum, coon. Yeah. You pretty much eat anything.
Oh yeah. Hey, when you're hungry, man, you eat whatever you can get.
When I was overseas, I ate dog. Didn't really care for it, but it was. Hell, I've had monkey.
Oh yeah. Wow. Yeah, you've had all kinds of stuff then.
Yeah, I tell my wife all the time, I've ate stuff that'll make a billy goat puke.
What does monkey taste like? I mean, does it have its own taste?
It has a unique flavor. There's not really a way to describe it. Has kind of I mean, it's not bad, but I just didn't care for the flavor. It was kind of a sweet meat. I don't like it sweet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I think it's probably because their diet consists mainly of vegetation, berries and bananas and stuff like that. So I think that transfers it to their meat. It's kind of a sweet meat.
Okay. I mean, I always felt like I couldn't. I mean, I guess I've come to realize if I was hungry enough, I'd probably eat anything. But I just never found the idea of eating monkeys because they look so much. They're so much like us. You know what I mean? Like they have a face that's very similar. They have like the opposable thumbs. I always felt like it would feel weird to eat monkeys.
Well, I mean, given a choice between cannibalism or eating a monkey, I'll eat the monkey.
Yeah. I tear a monkey up then.
Now, don't get me wrong. If it got so bad that I couldn't find any food anywhere else, I might consider cannibalism.
I think a lot of people are going to, man. I mean, it's going to be sad, but in every instance in our history, when the government and society collapses to the point where the food chain is gone, like our food chain, like the normal human supply of food is gone, like people will do crazy stuff to stay alive, man. I mean,
oh yeah, I've seen it overseas in some of these third world countries, man. You know, I went over to Somalia and seen some really nasty stuff back in the 90s. You know.
Yeah. Northern
I was
Girl, I've
shocked.
eaten bear. I love bear. It tastes similar
Bear's
to
good.
pork. Yeah, bear is good.
Bobcat's good.
Oh yeah.
Bobcat, yeah, bobcat's actually pretty good, and they're abundant around here. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, you
Tastes
have
like
eaten
Chinese
everything.
food.
Tastes like sesame chicken.
Yeah.
That's good.
I mean, I was brought up, you know, like I have an uncle. He was special forces in Vietnam and Korea and all that, and he was heavy into survivalism. And
Yeah.
he would make me eat stuff that most people wouldn't even think about, like grubs and maggots, and you know, earthworms. You know,
Oh
you know,
man.
night crawlers. If you split them open and you fry them in a pan, they actually taste like bacon.
Really? Night crawlers.
Yeah.
All right. Devout line. You listening, man? Devout's growing some night crawlers.
Yep. You go out there, you slice them open, scoop them out,
Uh-huh.
throw them in a pan, fry them up. Tastes just like bacon.
Wow. So I mean, is it just the skin you're cooking then? Like you scoop out everything when you split them?
You're scooping out the shit vein, basically.
Yeah, like the intestines and all that. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you're
That's a
basically,
good tip.
I mean, there's flesh. There's flesh to them. You just got to scrape out that shit vein, basically. You know.
Wow.
But
okay.
They were pretty good. You know. I mean,
awesome.
You know,
Hey, that's another tip right there, guys. Bush bacon. That's what I'm gonna call that.
I hated my uncle for years over making me do stuff like that. But you know, now I look back and I'm like, well, shit, you know, I can survive. You know?
There you go. School of hard knocks right there.
He's the one that taught me.
Northern Girl says she's Bear Clan. I'm Turtle Clan.
A what?
Northern Girl, she's First Nations. She's up in Canada. She says she's Bear Clan. I told her I was Turtle Clan.
Yeah, so
all right. Hey man, I mean, you coming up on 2 hours, man. You coming up on 2 hours.
Yeah, we'll stop here in just a minute. You know, you were touching on racism on your last video.
Right.
And I've never really understood the idea of race anyhow, because I mean, we're all human. It don't matter what color your skin is. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
I'm of mixed descendant. You know, I've got German, French, Irish, and Blackfoot Indian in it. You can't tell it. But yeah. My grandmother on my mom's side was full-blooded Blackfoot.
Wow.
So,
I tell people all the time, man, most Americans, if we look deep enough, we're all probably that. You know, most Americans probably have Native American in them. I mean, you know, I mean, of course they do. There were 52 million Native Americans when Europeans settled the Americas. Of course they all intermingled. Yeah.
Yeah, we've all intermingled so much. There is no such thing as this pure blood bullshit. You know, I mean, I can trace back just about anybody's family tree, and I guarantee you there's going to be a black person in there, possibly an Indian, you know, Chinese even, you know.
Right.
What does it really matter though? You know, we got to learn.
It doesn't matter.
You know, we got to learn to look past all that. I've never judged anybody by their look. I judge them by how they act and how they treat me.
Yes, because that's what's matter. You know, how much did it piss you off when Biden said he was going to choose his vice president based on the color of her skin, and all he wanted was someone with dark skin and a vagina. That's all he was looking for a vice president.
Yeah.
You know, and everyone ate it up like it was a great thing. Oh gosh, what a great idea! Yeah. Why?
And then he picks the worst one possible.
The worst one possible.
I mean, damn. She got where she's at by having her heels in the air. That's all there is.
Exactly right. The sniffer and the blower.
Yeah. It's sad. It really is. Well,
yeah, that's why we prep, though, right? That's why we prep, right, brother? Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm ready for anything, man. I'll go underground. You won't see my ass until everything's done.
Till the dust settles. I hear you. Hey, man, it's been cool talking to you, man. Thanks for inviting me on, man. I've thoroughly enjoyed this conversation. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, this was cool, man. Let's do it again. Let's do it again another time, man.
Oh, yeah. And see, now you got the privilege of saying you were my first there, you know?
I broke his cherry, y'all.
I mean, I've gone to Grim Survivals, and he interviewed me on his channel. But you're the very first one to be interviewed on my channel.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
And I really appreciate it, man. I love your content. I follow you. You make me laugh all the time. So
good. That's what I'm trying. I'm trying to make y'all laugh out in the community, man. You know, we got to laugh at this stuff, man, because it's freaking crazy what's going on in our country.
Oh, yeah. Now, see, I have a tendency to be a little too serious in my videos, and I have had people comment about that.
I like it, man. I like it, man, because I'm goofing off all the time. I like to go watch channels like Matt Chad, like he's the same way. Like you guys who have all this experience about different things and areas. I like to listen to y'all, because you can tell when someone's been through some shit and they know what they're talking about. It's good to have that level. You know what I mean? I like it.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate your channel. I appreciate what you're doing.
I appreciate everybody that subscribes and watches my stuff. You know, I didn't know if anybody would want to hear what I had to say. You know, but,
they do, man. We listen. We're listening, man. Keep talking.
Yeah, I try to give a little bit of knowledge and a little bit of experience, and what people do with it is up to them. You know?
Absolutely, brother. Like a lot of times, like I'll watch you, like you'll drop a video while I'm driving, and I'll just listen while I'm driving. And I'll hit a like button, man. Like I can try to comment on everybody's stuff if I can, but just know, man, like if I don't comment on your videos, I'm watching and I'm hitting that like button.
Yeah, I drive down the road. I have the phone holder, and I'll start playing one video and just let it run through to the next video.
Yeah.
And I'll reach over, I'll hit the like button on them. You know, people think I'm watching the videos. I'm not watching. I'm listening. You know, I can't drive a big truck and sit here and stare at my phone.
Exactly. Yeah.
I like a lot of people's content. I mean, and when I do stop and say that I heard a video, I was listening to a video and I liked it so much I had to see what the person was doing in the video. I'll go back and I'll watch the video when I'm sitting. Like I got a kick out of Hutch Homestead's tinfoil hat video.
That's one of my favorite videos.
I listened to it and I was like, man, I gotta go back and watch this. So
he's good, man. He said it took him 10 hours to make that, and it was like 666 pictures to do the stop frame stuff. That's dedication, man. And he did that for us, his community. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that was cool. Yeah.
I wish I had the time to do stuff like that, but
me too, man.
I'm a very busy man.
Yeah.
I squeezed this in tonight only because I wanted to get out here and I wanted to talk to you. Plus, it's so damn wet outside right now. It made perfect time.
Absolutely. Yeah, here too, man. Well, dude, man, thank you so much. Like I said, man, thank you for bringing me on, man. And I want to do it again. Shout out to the chat. Yeah, brother. I'll hit you up, man. I'm thinking I might just bring you on my channel if that's cool. If you want to come over and hang out with me. Yeah, we'll do like maybe I'll talk to you, man. I'll hit you up and see what your time schedule is, because I know we're on different time frames.
I saved your number to my phone too, so if you call, I'll actually answer.
I appreciate it. Same here, man. Same here, brother. But yeah, man, thank you again, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate your channel. I look forward to talking to you again, man.
Same here, man. But we'll call it a night here. Everybody have a good night. God bless you all. Please subscribe. Both of our channels. Give us thumbs up.
Yeah, subscribe.
We appreciate you coming.
Appreciate everybody. God bless.
We'll call it a night. Bye, all. That was fun.